All right, Efe Ajagba, aka the Nigerian warrior, is back in the news. This is what he had to say about AJ. I have more skills. The best weapon of Joshua's is the left hook and the right uppercut. He doesn't have a good jab. I respect him. He is the heavyweight champion. I respect everything about him, his talent and his potential. He is a humble guy. People are saying that I talk Joshua down, but I don't want to do that. So, with that being said, how do I feel about this statement? Well, you got to think about it like this. Ajagba is a fighter. He should feel more skilled and that he is the better fighter of anybody out there. That's the fighter mentality. If you don't believe you are the best, then you probably shouldn't be in fighting. Just saying. Now, with that being said, how do I feel about it? I would not agree to Ajagba at this point in time having more skills than Anthony Joshua. I think Anthony Joshua is the much better, well-rounded fighter. He proved that in his second fight with Ruiz, how he changed up his tactics. He boxed him from the outside. He did use the jab, and he utilized it very well. So I would not say he has a bad jab, as in that fight he showed that he can jab, and he does have a good jab. Had Anthony Joshua not got overzealous, I don't believe he would have got knocked out the way that he did in that first fight with Ruiz. I think he was trying to one-up Deontay Wilder, went in there, threw all cautions to the wind, got caught, and that was pretty much the beginning of the end for him. Now, you can argue that, he had a concussion and all of that, but it's irrelevant because we don't know if that punch doesn't still put him down or knock him loopy had he not had a concussion. We don't know. So you can't go off of hypotheticals and what ifs. You just have to go off of what we saw. Now, what I will say about Ajagba that I do agree with about the skill level is this. To me, Ajagba is a lot more poised. He's a lot more patient than AJ, and he looks for shots. So what I mean by that is I think Ajagba places shots a lot better than AJ. But on the flip side, AJ has a much better guard, much better at protecting himself than Ajagba. Ajagba has been caught by punches he really shouldn't have been caught by. Whereas when AJ got caught, it was just because he was sloppy in what he was doing and not because of a lack of defense. So again, I like Ajagba. I think Ajagba is going to be a potential champion in the future, but I think he needs to continue down the path that he's on. I don't think he's ready for a title shot at the moment. But in another 3 to 4 fights, he probably will be, because like I said, he shows a lot more experience than most guys who are at the same level of where he's at. So as far as skills go, I disagree with Ajagba, but I do like that he did add that people say that they believe that he talks down about AJ, and he dismissed that. He's like, he doesn't. And I can understand that. Ajagba is probably one of them guys who just says how he feels, and there's no ill will behind it. It's just, he's telling you what he thinks, and it's nothing against the person he's saying it against. It's just his honest opinion. And, some people don't know how to take honest opinions anymore in this cancel culture era. They just don't know what to do. So they always leap to conclusions like this person doesn't like that person. This person's against that person. And unfortunately, that's just the time we're living in. But I do think in another 3 to 4 fights, as long as Ajagba continues to improve, that he could give AJ a run for his money. Will he beat AJ? I am not sure. But I definitely think it makes for a very, very, very interesting fight. Let me know what y'all think in the comments section. My boy, Efe Ajagba, a.k.a. one more time, the Nigerian warrior, is back in the news. And I have this dude as a potential future champion. Let me know what y'all think. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Dislike the video, give it a thumbs down. If you really like the video, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, because that is what helps me out the most. And when you sub to the channel, hit that notification bell. That way you can get updated when I drop the newest content like this.